Hi everybody, welcome to Liz's Loveys. I'm Liz and I'm excited to be here starting my own YouTube channel and joining into the fiber community, the creating community, and really looking forward to learning and participating. So, this is my first video and I've kind of laid out some ideas of things I'd like to do in future videos. Obviously, WIPs, works in progress, FOs, finished objects, what I like to call my hooker plans. Always makes my husband kind of giggle. If you see me looking off here, I've got my list of things here so that I don't forget anything. Yarn reviews, things I like, things I don't like, new yarns, old yarns, etc. Hooks and equipment reviews. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. I use a lot of different types of hooks, a lot of different types of equipment, and I'm excited to let you know what I like and why, and what I don't like and why, and go from there. I do fully intend to share yarn hauls when I have them. I do yarn binge occasionally. But who doesn't, right? I mean, we're crafters after all. Shopping videos. I am fortunate enough to live within a very reasonable driving distance from several different crafting stores. I've got a Michael's, a Joann's, a Hobby Lobby, and 3 Walmarts that I can think of off the top of my head that are all within a reasonable driving distance. Plus I know there are a couple small yarn shops, independent yarn shops, and so I'm looking forward to taking you with and showing you what I have available and what's around and what I choose to use. Happy Mail. I have some right here. I'll be sharing that in a minute. I do plan on having some giveaways. I am not Crystal on Bago Day. I don't have as much yarn as she does, but I sure will appreciate every single one of my subscribers and periodically will show my appreciation by hosting a giveaway and handing out gifts. I really enjoy giving, and I'm actually really looking forward to that part when it gets here. I fully intend to have something to hydrate myself with. Today is, I can't really show you that well, apple cider. And this is not your big box apple cider. We went to an orchard that's very close to our house and bought this from a family-owned orchard who grows their own apples and processes their own cider. So I look forward to this every year. Every year. I look forward to apple cider and apple crisp. Another one of my favorites. And of course, you know, if we have time, you know, or if it comes up, I would like to share life updates. I do have a fairly large family. I'm married. My husband Randy and I have been married for 9 years. I have 4 kids. My oldest is 21 and he lives out of the house. My next oldest is 18 and he still lives with us. My third oldest is another son who is going to be 15 on October 12th. And my 4th child is my one and only girl, and she is 7. I do also have one grandson who is a little over a month old, and he's adorable, and I just love him. And yeah, I like the grandma thing. It's good. I like it. You may hear some rumbling, rustling, groaning, barking, chingling in the background. I have 3 dogs. My oldest dog is Brandy. She's 14. She's a Heinz 57 that I got from one of the humane associations around here. And that was her. And she's very vocal. Her main aggravator is my youngest dog. And she's also a rescue from one of the local humane associations. And her name is Topeka. And if you see my arm doing this a lot, that's because she's standing next to me demanding attention. So I'm sorry if periodically I make you a little seasick. And I will try very hard to keep her at bay. Easier said than done. She's about 70 pounds. And when she demands something, she's a little pushy about it. My third dog is my smallest dog. And his name is Oren, and he's a Shih Tzu. He's about 10 pounds of fluffy fun. He's 9 years old. He was my wedding gift to me from my husband. And another time I'll have to go into why. I don't want to keep you too terribly long. But he's actually the quiet one out of the 3. But he's got his quirks. We also have 2 hamsters and a bird. The hamsters are my 7-year-old daughters. And the bird is my 15-year-old son's. He's just got a little parakeet that he really enjoys taming and playing with. Let's see. I live in Wisconsin. Just a little ways north of Eau Claire. If you know where that is, if you look at Wisconsin. No, let's see. Is that the right way for you? This is Green Bay. I'm like way over here. So, we are experiencing fall right now. The leaves are changing. They're very pretty, but it's been very wet and rainy lately, so they're not quite as pretty as they could be. So, and people are saying snow is coming this weekend. I tend to refer to snow as the 4-letter S word because I really don't like snow. I don't like the cold. I don't like snow. I don't like any of it. It's pretty to look at, but it's not pretty to live in. And it's horrible to drive in. So, for those of you who do not get snow, I am a bit envious. And for those of you who do get snow, you know what I'm talking about. I love crochet. I don't knit. I don't loom knit. I've never tried. Truth be told, I've never tried. Knitting looks like it takes more dexterity than I feel like I have. And that might just be my own perception. But for now, I love crochet. I love crochet. I have whips. I have finished objects. I love that I can take it with me places, certain projects, and work in the car or work on it when we're doing one of my other passions, which is camping. We have a big camper, 30-foot long camper, because when you have 4 kids, you need room. And our camper has 2 bunk beds, side by side in the back. So, there's an upper bunk here and a lower bunk here. And then our bed, thankfully, is on the other side of the camper. So everybody gets some sleep. And, or at least the adults do, and they're not too cranky the next morning, which is always good. So Yeah, I love camping. We only got to get out twice this summer because of other events that took place. But that's okay because we got out twice and we had a great time when we went, and we got to use the camper, and I got to crochet while I was camping. Nothing wrong with that. Crocheting camping, right? And I'm really looking forward to more opportunities to go out next year. We usually start late May, early June, and try to wind it up around August so that we can kind of get the kids back in their schedule for school and stuff. As for why I named my podcast Liz's Loveys, well, I'm Liz. So I felt the need to put a little ownership on that. And I made this thing once, and my daughter fell in love with it. And y'all are going to laugh because it looks horrible. But this is my, my first Lovey. It's a dog. It's supposed to be a dog. And the poor thing has been loved like crazy. Looks like I need to do a little patchwork. Ooh, yeah. Needs a little work. This has been washed and dried and drug and hugged and slept on, and you name it, it's probably happened to poor little Crispy is his name. My daughter named this little guy Crispy. She's had him for about 3 years. So I guess he hasn't held up too bad. Oh, you poor thing. You poor thing. I have practiced. I have honed my skills. I have improved. This is a more recent Lovey that I have done. I'm hoping you can tell it's a giraffe. I was going for giraffe when I did this. I bought myself safety eyes. Oh, you can see their little brown eyes on there. Well, with the giraffe colors underneath for the blanket part. Did the ears so that they're nice and, curved in. They look all cute. And when I made this, my 7-year-old daughter again fell in love with her. And she just has not gone to another home anywhere else. Sorry, dog hair. And one day I was digging through my stuff, and my daughter came up to me, her name's Ava, and asked if she could have the giraffe. And since the giraffe did not have a different home, I said yes. And she loves her giraffe. She sleeps with her giraffe. The giraffe's name is Ginger. She comes up with the craziest names. But they're adorable, and I love her creativity and her bravery in just going with whatever names she wants to go with. One of her hamsters, she has 2 female hamsters. They do not cohabitate. They fight. Is named Fire. And the other one's name is Sapphire, because she needed to name it after a gem. She's great. Every once in a while, I'm sure I'll come up with some Ava phrases on here. And she's a hoot. She makes me laugh. All my kids do. All my kids have their own special set of crazy that I just love about them. Finished objects. This is a beanie. Yes. I know. You know that, right? And you're saying, why are you showing us a beanie? Well, I'll tell you why. This is called, what I'm calling, a cocoa cap, K-O-K-O, named in honor of a coworker of my husband's who is fighting cancer. Back this summer, I decided to make these and sell them for $20 a piece and give 100% of all the proceeds to his family because he lost his insurance while he was going through treatment. And I'm almost done, folks. I have got 8 hats left to make and 1 headband because there's a lady that doesn't like hats. So she asked if I could do a headband. I said absolutely. I've got 8 hats and a headband. 8 cocoa caps. So, next podcast, I will let you know how many cocoa caps I have made and how many I have left to do. Very easy pattern. I'm using Touch of Alpaca by Lion Brand for the black. The blue is, I should know this. Heartland. Lion Brand Heartland in Olympic. And the green is, gosh, the lighting sucks. I'm sorry. Big Twist. And I think it's just called lime green. I don't have the ball band anymore. But I think that's what it's called, is just the lime green. But it's the Big Twist Rainbow series. So, this is representative. My husband works in law enforcement. So the black is, the black beanies that they wear. The blue symbolizes the thin blue line for law enforcement. And the green is the ribbon color for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is what the coworker is dealing with right now. So I was really excited to have this ability to help. And I'm looking forward to being able to very soon give them their money and help their family because they really deserve it. They're a really great family. Sorry about that. Happy Mail. Sorry for any crinkling. Because I use so much black in these, I needed to order a little more. So, 3 balls of this came in my mail yesterday. I don't know if you Touch of Alpaca. That looks backwards to me, but I'm hoping it looks forwards to you. Just in black. Regular black yarn. So I will, I'm sure, be using all the rest of that. So that is one of my future hooker plans. And like I said, next podcast, or I like to call them Craftcasts. So next Craftcast, I will be letting you know how many hats I have done and how many I have left and what I'm moving on to after that. My daughter did have a special request. She saw this yarn at our Walmart, the puzzle yarn. It's in the colorway, oh gosh, I don't know if it has a colorway. It says Tangram. Does that sound right? Anyway, it's this purple and green, which are 2 of her favorite colors. That's kind of it right there, kind of. And gray. And she wanted me to make her winter hat out of this. So I do have plans to do that. And because she is a girl with flair, of course, we need to do the brim in Go for Faux color chinchilla. I don't know if you can see that. Super soft. Super, super soft. This is, I suppose you probably might want to know a little bit about this. It's a super bulky 65 yards, 100 grams. They recommend a 9mm knitting needle or an N 9mm crochet hook to work with this. I don't know that I'll be using that, but we'll see what happens. I'm thinking this is polyester, 100% polyester. The puzzle yarn is 328 yards, 300 meters, 7 ounces, 200 grams. I do believe, yep, 100% acrylic. So, Premier puzzle yarn. Ta-da! There. One more future hooker plan. I am doing one more charity project that's due before October 20th. It's a blanket. It may end up being a throw. And I'll talk more about that next Craftcast and show you my progress on that. But this is a Bernat baby blanket. It is in the colorway Little Sandcastles, and I love it. It's like a brown and gray and cream. I really like this colorway. It's very pretty, very neutral. It calls for an 8mm crochet hook, I think. Hold on. It's a bulky size 6, 8mm crochet hook, 8mm knitting needles, 100% polyester, 10.5 ounces, 300 grams, 220 yards. And I have quite a few of these, so I'm hoping to make quite a big blanket. If that doesn't work, I'm going to make a very nice throw. Oh, we'll see what happens. But that's what I've got for now. I hope you enjoyed my first Craftcast. I'm looking forward to the next one, very much so, and getting to know all of you. And yeah, I'm so excited to be here and learn about everybody and learn more about yarn and crafting and fun things. So until next time, happy hooking.